What is going on, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to the Mock Draft Guy YouTube channel. Today, we are rolling right along with our 7-round 2023 team mock drafts. We have reached the halfway point. The Tampa Bay Buccaneers is the 16th team that I have done, so we are officially halfway through. A lot of you are probably saying, Jesus, for the love of God, thank God he's almost done. A lot of you can't get enough of this series for some reason. Either way, I appreciate your support. I appreciate your feedback, and I love these conversations that we're having in the comments section below. So without further delay, I think we should just get right into it. Let me preface this mock draft by saying, due to the fact that the Tampa Bay Buccaneers have an aging roster, but still a competitive roster, and the fact that the NFC South is so poor, I don't think that they are going to draft a quarterback in this draft. Well, I shouldn't say that. Early in this draft. I think that they're going to go out and they're going to try and land one of the veteran quarterbacks, whether that be Derek Carr somehow, whether that be Jimmy Garoppolo, maybe someone through trade, Gardner Minshew, whatever it may be. I think this division is weak enough to the point where the Tampa Bay Buccaneers say, listen, we're going to put someone at quarterback that's not a rookie, and we're going to try and win this division. And if not, who knows? That might equal an even better draft pick. So, you didn't invest all this draft capital in trading up because you're not going to get a top quarterback prospect at number 19. It's just not going to happen. So you'd have to trade up to get one of those top 4 guys, and who knows if those guys will even pan out. So, if you get a veteran guy, you know exactly what you're going to get from that veteran guy. It's a weak division, a solid roster. I would take my shot, and that's the way that I'm looking at this draft class. Number 1 with the 19th overall pick, I'm going secondary. There's 2 ways I would go. It's either defensive line or secondary. And with Emmanuel Forbes sitting on the board here, I don't think Emmanuel Forbes gets enough love in this draft class. I think he is a ridiculously solid cornerback prospect. Elite, some might even say. And I think he's getting overshadowed by the guys like Devin Witherspoon, Christian Gonzalez, Cam Smith, Joey Porter Jr. that are getting more fanfare. But Emmanuel Forbes, SEC battle-tested cornerback, he was sensational in his 3 years at Mississippi State, He was fantastic. I believe he had 13 or 14 interceptions. He's a ball hawk. He can produce. He's sensational in coverage as well. I think he let up a ridiculous 1.3 quarterback rating against in man coverage. That's insane. The lowest you can go is 0. So 1.3 is pretty darn close to the lowest that you can go. So I think Emmanuel Forbes doesn't get enough love. I think throughout the combine and the pro days, all that kind of draft process stuff, I think we're going to see Emmanuel Forbes rise up these boards, and he's definitely going to be in first round consideration. So I'm going with Emmanuel Forbes here at number 19. Then with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers next pick at number 50, I'm going to go with defensive line here. I know I just mentioned that the Tampa Bay Buccaneers have a lot of holes to fill, and if it wasn't going to be secondary, it was going to be defensive line. So I'm going to get the 2 biggest, most glaring needs out of the way. I'm going with Kalijah Kancey here. I think this is an eerily similar prospect to Aaron Donald. I know people are going to roll their eyes when I say that. And let me be clear, I'm not saying that he is Aaron Donald, but he goes to Pitt. He's 6 foot, 280 pounds. That's really, really considered too small to be an interior defensive lineman. I really like his fit, though. He is one of the most interesting prospects in this entire draft class. He's been rocketing up boards for the past couple months now. I even saw, I think it was either Mel Kiper or Todd McShay had him in the top 20 or something like that of one of their recent mock drafts. I think that's a little crazy. I still think he's a second-round prospect right now. Freakishly strong, coming off of back-to-back 7-sack seasons, so he could definitely make noise on the interior. And I think that's exactly what the Tampa Bay Buccaneers need. They need a 3-4 edge defender. I mean, everyone and their mother is a free agent. And with the lack of cap space that the Bucs have, they're probably not going to be able to bring a lot of those guys back. So they're going to have to rebuild next to Vita Vea. And I think Kalijah Kancey is a fantastic way to start building that interior again. Then moving on to the Tampa Bay Buccaneers next pick at pick number 82, I'm going to go defense once again. And I'm going to go with some linebacker help here. I know you have Devin White. I know you have Levante David, who is also a free agent, which I pretty much presume that he is going to come back probably on a 1-year deal, probably a team-friendly deal, finish off his career if he's looking to retire as a Tampa Bay Buccaneer. It's time that you get someone that you could really groom. And I don't know what it is with these Wisconsin linebackers over the last couple of years. You think of Micah McFadden, Jack Sanborn, Leo Chanel, what is it with these guys who just accumulate monster sack numbers from the linebacker position? Not even technically an outside linebacker position. Is coming 11 sack season, 6'2", 228-pound linebacker. That's great. Don't get me wrong. I have a little bit of thinking with this one here. I'm thinking that Nick Herbig's easily going to transition to be an inside linebacker at the next level. There's no way you could be an outside linebacker or an edge defender at 6'2", 228 pounds. There's just no way that that's going to work out. But he offers a lot in the pass rushing department as well from the inside. I think it would be a great addition to this Tampa Bay Buccaneers defense. It would add a little bit extra juice from that sort of kind of second level of the defense. I think it would be a really good pick, and you're getting the best of both worlds because, you know, you could try him out at outside linebacker if you want. Probably not going to be a good idea, but then he could slot right in as inside linebacker and be a successor to Levante David. So I'm thinking a little bit long-term with this pick, so let me know what you guys think about this one. You know, I'm just realizing this and thinking that Tampa Bay Buccaneers fans are absolutely going to hate me, but I'm going to have to go defense once again. It's just the cap situation and just the amount of free agents that they have. They're not going to be able to field the same defense that they did this past season. And KJ Henry is on the board here at pick number 155, and I'm going to have to go with him. This is a guy that if you want to transition Nick Herbig to an inside linebacker, this is a guy that could take the edge, the outside linebacker position away as well. As we know, Anthony Nelson is a free agent as well. Don't really know if he's going to be coming back. We kind of sort of cleared up the interior of the defensive line with Kalijah Kancey. I'm thinking more of the pass rushing department here, opposite of Shaq Barrett, opposite of Joe Tryon-Shoyinka. I think that this would be an interesting addition for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers defense. And you know what? I'm sorry if you guys don't like it, the first 4 picks defense. It is what it is. I'm pretty sure that 2 years ago, the Carolina Panthers went all defense except for their last picks. It's certainly possible. I'm going to take what the board gives me here, and they're giving me KJ Henry. Finally, yes, at pick number 175, I'm going to go on the offensive side of the board here. Not a sexy pick, as you guys are probably looking for, but I'm going to go with Alex Forsyth here. Some interior offensive line help. I know that Aaron Stinney is going to be a free agent. There's someone else that's going to be a free agent there. Luke Godecki was okay, I guess, in his rookie season. So I'm adding a little bit of line depth here, much needed line depth, especially on the interior. Alex Forsyth, 6'5", 312 pounds, has the experience, played all 4 years at Oregon. He is a senior. I think it would be a really nice later round addition to kind of beef up that offensive line. Then at pick number 181, I'm going to go with some wide receiver depth here. I know that the Tampa Bay Bucs have a great trio of wide receivers, Chris Godwin, Mike Evans, and Russell Gage. But I'm going to go with a little depth here. As you know, the shell of Julio Jones is a free agent. Scotty Miller is a free agent, so on and so forth. They're going to need some more depth. I really like Jonathan Mingo here. I think the only thing that's keeping Jonathan Mingo from being like a 3rd or 4th round pick is the fact that he probably runs in the mid 5s. The mid 4 or 5s, I should say, not mid 5s. Jesus Christ, he would never be playing in the NFL. He runs in the mid 4 or 5s in terms of his 40-yard dash. So he's not the fastest guy, but he's got great size, 6'2", 225 pounds. I think this would be a really nice addition as a 4th wide receiver. We've seen in years prior, maybe it's because Tom Brady likes to spread the ball around, but we've seen in years prior that the Tampa Bay Bucs love to go down the depth chart and, you know, use their 4th, 5th, even 6th wide receiver. So I think he would definitely have an interesting role in the Bucs offense. With the Tampa Bay Buccaneers' next pick at number 196, I'm going to go with, again, some offensive line help here. Richard Gurage, really, really nice prospect here. Didn't have the greatest Senior Bowl, but I'm not going to let that define a lot of these players. I feel like we put way too much stock into these one-on-one drills that makes it immensely hard for some of these offensive linemen and cornerbacks and all that kind of stuff. Gurage has really nice size, 6'5", 309, 310 pounds, whatever it may be. And he's got a lot of starting experience. I think this would be a really nice guy that the Tampa Bay Buccaneers could possibly develop as being maybe a successor to Donovan Smith in the near future. So I'm going to take a chance on him at pick number 196. With the second to last pick for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, I'm going back to the secondary here. I'm going to add another cornerback here. Shamari Connor is on the board. This is someone that even last year I really, really had some high praise for. I thought he was probably like a 5th or 6th round pick last year. Decided to go back for his senior season. He's got pretty decent size, 6 foot, 207 pounds on the outside. I like that size there. I think he could be a core special teamer as well and add some really much needed depth to the secondary of the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. And then with the last pick at number 253, I don't even know if Max Duggan is going to last this long when it's all said and done in the actual draft, but I'm going to take a chance on Max Duggan here. I feel like this is around the time where you take that chance on that late round quarterback that had some pretty good success in college. And we all know Max Duggan just had a fantastic year with TCU, took them to the national championship game. And of course, they did get their asses blown out by the Georgia Bulldogs. But nevertheless, Max Duggan was a great player throughout the entire year. He's got some redeemable traits about him. He's very, very accurate. He's got good poise in the pocket as well. It's someone that they could definitely develop. I don't know if that's going to be their long-term future, but definitely someone that they could try and develop. And there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. There is my full 7-round 2023 Tampa Bay Buccaneers mock draft. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. Please leave a like. Like I said, please comment. Please subscribe to the channel. We are rolling right along with these 7-round mock drafts. We are doing player profiles as well. I have a couple really, really exciting collaborations in the works coming up as well. So I really, really hope that these come to fruition and I can get them out to you guys. Thank you guys so much for watching today. Hope you guys enjoyed, and I will see you in the next one.